Moonfall.
Emergency Protocol Alpha initiated. All Guardians acknowledge immediately. This is not a drill.
Acknowledged from Boundary Post 7. What's happening, Karis? Alarm systems just went haywire here.
Acknowledged from Ranger Station Echo. I'm seeing multiple perimeter breaches. This can't be right.
The rift is opening. 3 days early!
That's impossible! The calculations have never been off by more than a few minutes, let alone days.
My sensors are confirming multiple tear points forming across the eastern quadrant. Leo, are you seeing this on your end?
Sending a drone up there now. By all that's holy.
What is it?
This is nothing like before. The rifts aren't just forming at the primary nexus. They're appearing in a pattern, like a constellation across the reach. Sending visual data now.
This matches the anomalous readings I detected last week. I thought it was an equipment error. We're completely unprepared for this.
How did we miss this? 27 years of monitoring since the last cycle. Every calculation pointed to 3 days from now.
Boundary defense systems activating at my station. But they're not designed for multiple incursion points all at once. We need to alert the Foundation immediately.
Already done. Director Boyd is initiating citywide lockdown protocols in case we can't handle this. But Sophia and her team are still out in the buffer zone.
Maya, isn't Sophia leading the Eastern Patrol today?
Yes, I've been trying to reach her. No response yet.
I'm getting first visual on entities emerging. I think he's returned. Sending feed now.
That's the Moonstalker, just like before. That bastard is back!
And he's not alone. Look at the smaller rifts. These aren't like anything in our records. They're faster, more numerous.
Eastern Outposts 3, 8, and 12 just went dark. No emergency beacons. Nothing.
That's not possible. Those outposts have redundant systems. Even in catastrophic failure, the emergency protocols would activate.
Unless there's nothing left to activate them.
I'm evacuating Observation Tower 1. The pattern of rifts is expanding toward my position. I'll head to the secondary bunker at Moonfall Ridge.
Good idea. These readings suggest the creatures are evolving somehow. They're not just passing through the rifts. They're changing as they emerge. This is gonna be one hell of a fight. But remember, this is what our parents did for us. Now let's do this for all of humanity.
My defenses are failing. The barrier field can't handle this many intrusions.
Maya, retreat now. Head to your emergency rendezvous point.
Not without my team. I still have 3 Rangers unaccounted for.
Maya, your station will be completely overrun in less than 10 minutes at this rate. You need to evacuate immediately.
I can't just... Oh god, they've just broken through the perimeter, moving to the secure bunker.
I'm seeing the pattern now. It's spreading in a very specific formation, almost like...
Like what?
Like the constellation my father mapped 54 years ago, back when we first encountered the Moonstalker.
That can't be a coincidence. The rifts are following the exact same pattern, but on a much larger scale.
I'm secure in emergency bunker. Lost 2 Rangers in the evacuation, though. The creatures move faster than anything we've fought before, almost like they know our protocols.
This isn't random. This incursion was planned.
That would imply intelligence beyond what we've documented. The Moonstalker has never demonstrated that level of strategic thinking.
Maybe it wasn't working alone last time either. Maybe we've been missing something all these years.
Sophia just checked in. Her team is cut off from the Foundation. They're heading to Emergency Bunker Sigma, but they're being...
You have to be serious, right? You have to be serious.
pursued.
The communication grid is starting to fail. Foundation is activating the backup ecosystem. We need to coordinate our next steps.
We stay separated for now. My boundary post is still secure. I'm going to access the old records. There has to be something in my father's notes about this pattern.
Our parents never mentioned an attack of this proportion, but regardless, now it's our turn to fight.
That's probably because they never saw anything on this scale. The original incursion was contained to a 5-mile radius. This is spreading across the entire reach.
And if it reaches the Foundation?
1 billion people, the last major human settlement. We can't let that happen.
And we won't. We're the guardians of the reach. This is what we trained for our entire lives.
I'm sending emergency activation codes to all reserve units. But with the rifts spreading so quickly, I don't know if they'll reach their stations in time.
We need to understand why this is happening now. 3 days early, and with multiple rifts. Something fundamental has changed.
I have a theory. The lunar cycle is approaching perihelion 3 days earlier than calculated, but that alone doesn't explain this level of incursion.
Unless, what if this isn't just the 27-year cycle? What if this is the centennial?
The records of the original Guardians mentioned something about a larger cycle, but those files were classified decades ago.
We need to get to the Foundation, access the original records. There has to be something there that can help us.
Agreed, but first we need to survive long enough to get there. I'm seeing the rifts expanding toward my position now. I'll need to move soon.
Stay safe, all of you. We're all that stands between these things and humanity's last hope.
Emergency protocols activated. Darius, are you receiving?
I'm here. What's the situation?
Multiple rift formations detected in the Reach 3 days before predicted incursion date.
What? But the calculations have been verified hundreds of times.
Tell that to the rifts. We're getting disturbing readings from the boundary sensors. This isn't just the Moonstalker.
Sending you data from the xenobiology lab monitors. These are brand new entities.
Or evolved versions of what we've seen before. Director Boyd has initiated full lockdown procedures.
What about the teams in the buffer zone? Sophia's patrol?
Cut off. The outer barriers sealed as per emergency protocol. Maya reported Sophia's team is headed to Bunker Sigma.
That bunker isn't designed to withstand this level of incursion, though. We need to send extraction teams immediately.
Boyd has denied all extraction requests. Her priority is Foundation security.
1 billion people inside these walls. I understand the calculus. But those are our people out there.
I know. I've got Tessa working on maintaining the emergency communication grid. At least we can provide them with information.
I'm accessing the original Moonstalker files. There might be something in the classified sections that can help, but my clearance is being denied.
Let me try my
Create your unique website with AI using Fimo. Ask what you want, Fimo creates it for you in minutes.
override. Wait, what? The system is blocking even my highest clearance codes.
That's not standard protocol. Someone must have locked down the original files.
Why would anyone restrict access during an emergency?
Unless there's something in those files they don't want us to see. Something about this centennial cycle.
Excuse me? How did you know it was the centennial?
The pattern of rifts. I just pulled up the old star charts from the original incursion. These rifts are forming the exact same constellation, but much larger.
I see. I need to find Lucas. He was part of the original team that designed the Foundation. He might know something about these files.
I'll keep working from my end. Elijah is running calculations on the rift expansion pattern. He thinks he may have found something important.
What did he find?
The pattern isn't random. It's expanding to specific coordinates, and one of them is directly beneath the Foundation.
My God. We need to warn Boyd.
I already tried. She's dismissing it as speculative. Says we need to focus on reinforcing existing barriers for the attack in 3 days.
She's going to get everyone killed. Has anyone reached out to the Guardians in the field?
Karis activated the emergency protocol. They're using the Operation Moonfall chat to coordinate, but several outposts have already gone dark.
We need to get those classified files. If this is truly the centennial cycle, our parents must have left something to help us.
I'll keep searching, but we need to prepare for the possibility that the Foundation itself will be breached.
One step at a time. First, we need information. Then we can form a plan.
Just like old times, only with much higher stakes.
The stakes have always been high, but this time, I think we're facing extinction.
Emergency alert. Multiple breach points detected. Reach perimeter outposts 4, 9, 14, and 22 have gone dark. Entity swarm patterns indicate coordinated movement toward the Foundation.
I can confirm. The ranger station has been completely overrun. I'm evacuating with whatever supplies I could grab.
Maya, what's your status?
Moving on foot through Sector 7, the vehicle depot was destroyed before I could even reach it. I have 3 days of emergency rations and basic weapons, but my comm device is already showing degraded signal.
Get to higher ground if you can. The ridgeline might provide better safety.
Leo, what about your position?
Not good. He found me. That's the same bastard that took me 27 years ago. I'd recognize those eyes anywhere. He looked right at me before destroying the main cannon.
Leo, you need to evacuate immediately.
Already initiated emergency protocols. Bunker is sealing now, but I don't think it'll hold him out for long. Not this time, at least.
The creatures around him seem different, more coordinated, almost like they're searching for something specific.
I've noticed the same pattern. They're ignoring some structures completely, while systematically destroying others.
The old research facilities. They're targeting our parents' original monitoring stations.
You're right, and any equipment related to rift detection. It's like they're trying to blind us.
I've lost visual on the main horde near me, but I can hear them. They're moving fast toward the old memorial site.
The original incursion location.
Something's drawing them back there.
Warning, communication bandwidth degrading. Switching to emergency low bandwidth protocol.
We've been preparing for this our whole lives. We'll find a way to stop them, just like our parents did.
Zach, I've completed analysis on the biological samples from previous cycles. The results are genuinely gut-wrenching.
Christ. What have you found?
These entities aren't just evolving randomly, they're adapting specifically to counter our century-old defense systems. The carapace on the smaller entities now perfectly deflects our standard energy weapons, and they've developed specialized appendages that can disable our energy barriers.
That confirms their intelligence then.
Precisely. This isn't natural evolution. Something or someone is directing these changes.
The Moonstalker. It must be more than just a predator.
I think you're right. I managed to decrypt some of the classified files. Our parents suspected the Moonstalker was actually a scout, an advance agent for something much more sinister.
I found something too. I accessed the original constellation maps from the first incursion. The current rift formation matches this pattern almost exactly, but there's a segment missing.
The southwest quadrant. It looks like a leg of the constellation is incomplete.
Yes, and according to these coordinates, that leg would terminate exactly at the original incursion site.
Where Leo encountered the Moonstalker 27 years ago. That can't be coincidence.
Incoming emergency communication from Shelter 17. Routing to Foundation Control Chat.
Is anyone receiving this? We need help at Shelter 17.
Marcus, this is Zach. What's happening?
Something's in the ventilation system. We can hear it moving, scraping against the metal. People are panicking.
How many refugees are with you?
Too many to count. The outer district evacuations brought hundreds more than capacity. We're packed in like sardines. And now these noises?
Marcus, listen to me. Seal off the ventilation access points. Use whatever you can find.
We're trying, but there aren't enough materials. And we just lost power in Section C.
Darius, can we get emergency teams to Shelter 17?
Boyd has denied all intra-city movement. She's keeping security forces at the outer walls only. They're expecting the main assault there.
Crap! Something's coming through. Oh, God.
Marcus? Marcus!
Connection to Shelter 17 lost. Attempting to re-establish.
Zach, this is worse than we thought. If they've already breached the shelters, the Foundation's inner defenses won't hold for long when they...
Need to run Windows on your Mac? Parallels Desktop makes it
they reach them.
We need to find a way to close these rifts, not just fight what's coming through them.
I've got Elijah working on something. He created an algorithm to predict rift formations.
Dr. Reynolds, I've completed the pattern analysis. The rifts aren't random at all. They're following energy lines that all converge at a single point.
Where?
The original incursion site, Lunar Memorial Park, where the first Moonstalker appeared hundreds of years ago.
Does the algorithm predict when the final rift will open?
Yes, and it's not good news. Based on current formation speed, the final rift will open at the memorial site in approximately 36 hours, and it will be exponentially larger than the others.
We need to warn the Guardians. I'll try to reach them.
Emergency alert. Final reach outposts have gone dark. Perimeter breached on all fronts. Entity swarms moving rapidly toward Foundation.
I'm cut off from my planned route, having to detour through the western ravine.
That area was unstable even before the rifts. Be extremely careful.
I've got a hit in the old forest sector, about 2 miles from the memorial.
What is it?
Some kind of structure, partially exposed by a landslide. I don't recognize these markings. They look older than anything we've documented before.
Those appear to be pre-colonial lunar glyphs, similar to what was found at the original site, but much more extensive.
Can you get closer? See if there's an entrance?
I'll try, but there's activity nearby. I can hear them searching the area.
They're looking for something, and it might be connected to that structure.
Maya, stay hidden. Observe only until reinforcements arrive.
Understood, but I think this might be important. If this structure predates the first incursion, it might explain why they keep returning to this area.
I've been thinking about something. The timing of this attack. 3 days early. What if it wasn't a miscalculation on our part?
What do you mean?
What if something changed? What if something accelerated the cycle?
Like what?
I don't know yet, but I found something in my father's personal journal. He mentioned a lunar awakening that would occur during the centennial cycle.
Did he explain what that meant?
No, the rest of the pages were torn out. So what the hell did they not tell us?
All right, I've escaped for now, and I've managed to locate an old research outpost hidden in the valley. It wasn't on any of our maps, which was odd.
An unmapped outpost? That doesn't make sense. We have detailed surveys of the entire reach.
What's the designation number?
That's just it. There isn't one. This place is completely off the books.
My goodness. That structure looks like it predates the Foundation's establishment.
It does. I'm inside now. There are journals, research materials, all from the original Guardians. They knew about that lunar temple.
Lunar temple? What lunar temple?
The structure I found earlier, it's actually the top of an ancient temple. According to these notes, it was built centuries before the first recorded incursion by people who had knowledge of the Moonstalker's existence.
That can't be right. The first documented encounter was only decades ago.
Not according to these records. The journal suggests the Moonstalker has been visiting Earth for thousands of years, in regular cycles governed by lunar alignments. The temple was built directly over what they called the primary nexus.
Does it say anything about how to stop the incursions?
I'm still looking. There are dozens of journals, but many pages have been torn out, like someone deliberately removed critical information.
That matches what Leo found in his father's journal. Someone has been hiding something from us.
Aha, I found a map. It shows the entire temple's internal layout. There's a central chamber that they call the Moon's Eye. It says it's the focal point for the rifts. If we could reach it...
We might be able to close the rifts from there, but I can't help yet. I'm being hunted.
By what?
By him, the Moonstalker. I've had to retreat into the old cave system near Outpost 19. He's tracking me specifically, almost like he remembers me from 27 years ago.
Leo, be careful. Your previous encounter nearly killed you.
Oh, trust me. I know, but I found something that you guys might want to take a look at in these caves. These are names, hundreds of them, going back centuries.
Guardians?
I think so. Each name has a date beside it. Some dates are repeated every 27 years. Others only appear during what must be the centennial cycles.
Our parents never told us there were this many guardians before them. We always thought they were the one of the first.
They lied to us, or maybe they were lied to as well. But one thing's clear, this has been going on for a very long time.
Leo, I found your father's name on one of these journal entries. He was researching the temple directly.
Does it say what he found?
Most of it is in some kind of code, but one phrase is repeated several times. The leg must return to complete the constellation.
The leg? What does that mean?
Zach mentioned something about the rift pattern missing a leg in the southwest quadrant. Could be related.
I'll keep looking. There must be something here that can help us.
Be careful. If that outpost was hidden, there was a reason, and I don't think our parents were the ones who hid it.
Director Boyd, I need access to the full historical archives regarding previous incursion responses.
Request denied, Professor Walker. Those files remain classified even during emergency situations. Focus on current defensive strategies. The hordes are on their way as we speak.
With all due respect, Director, current defensive strategies are failing catastrophically. We need to understand what worked in previous cycles.
What worked is exactly what we're implementing now. Enhanced barriers, targeted energy weapons, and isolated containment of breakthrough points.
But that's not the full story, is it? I've found references to blood fixes in the partial records I can access. Human sacrifices to temporarily sealed rifts.
Those records are incomplete and lacking context, and I'll remind you that accessing encrypted files without authorization is a violation of Foundation protocol.
Protocol be damned. People are dying while you hide information that could save lives. But the question is why?
You forget your place, Doctor. Reynolds, the Foundation exists because hard decisions were made. Decisions you apparently lack the stomach for.
Is that what this is? A hard decision?
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and earn points for your everyday activities when you search on Bing, play on Xbox, and use other Microsoft products. Get started today.
To keep us in the dark? To repeat whatever atrocities were committed in previous cycles?
This conversation is over. Focus on your assigned tasks. Further violations will result in immediate security intervention.
She's hiding something big, man, and I think I know where to look.
Where?
The sublevels of the Foundation. I found a sealed access point in Maintenance Tunnel B7. It's not on any official Foundation schematics.
Can you get inside?
Oh, I already did, and you won't believe what I found.
What am I looking at?
A star map chamber. It's projecting constellation patterns, identical to the current rift formations.
The Foundation was built directly over this chamber?
No, I think the chamber was built after. Like they needed to monitor these patterns specifically. There are notes everywhere too. Calculations spanning decades.
What do they indicate?
That this centennial cycle is different. It's what they called the Awakening.
The Awakening? What does that mean?
I'm not sure yet, but I've received something disturbing from Dr. Torres.
Dr. Reynolds, Professor Walker. I've been analyzing rift energy signatures, and I've made an alarming discovery.
Go ahead, Vivian.
The rifts aren't appearing randomly. They're attracted to specific biometric signatures, most strongly to Leo Winters.
Huh? How could rifts be drawn to specific individuals?
Leo's biometric signature resonates with the rift energy at a frequency I've never seen before. It's almost like...
Like what?
Like he's part of whatever is causing the rifts, or at least connected to it somehow.
Is this related to his encounter 27 years ago?
I believe so. When the Moonstalker took him, something changed in his biological makeup, something that's being activated during this cycle.
We need to warn Leo. If the entities are tracking him specifically,
I'll try to reach him, but communications to the field are becoming increasingly unreliable.
Guardians. This is Councilwoman Webb. I'm reaching out on an encrypted channel. You're all in grave danger.
Councilwoman, how did you access this secure channel?
That's not important right now. What matters is that there's a faction within the Foundation. They call themselves the Denier. They're planning to sabotage the city's defenses.
Why would anyone do that?
They believe surrender is our only hope. That fighting these entities only makes them stronger. That if we offer ourselves willingly, some of humanity might be spared.
That's stupid. These creatures aren't looking for surrender. They're predators.
Agreed, but the Deniers have infiltrated the highest levels of Foundation's security, including Director Boyd's inner circle.
How do you know all this?
Because I was one of them, until I saw the transmission from Shelter 17. What they did to those people. There's no negotiating with these things.
What are they planning specifically?
They're going to disable the primary energy barrier, create a controlled opening for the entities. What they don't realize is there's nothing controlled about what's coming.
When?
Tonight, when the lunar alignment reaches its peak. Dr. Reynolds, Professor Walker, I've contacted the Guardians about the Deniers, but you need to know something else. Something about the sealed chamber you found.
How do you know about that?
Because I helped build it 27 years ago when you were but a child. After the last incursion, that chamber isn't just for monitoring. It's a ritual space.
A ritual space? For what purpose?
For the Centennial Sacrifice, the one that temporarily seals the rifts for another 100 years.
You're talking about murder.
I'm talking about survival. One life to save 1 billion. That's the choice we've always faced during the Centennial cycle.
And who decides which life?
It's not a decision. It's predetermined. The bearer of the constellation. In this cycle, it's Leo Winters.
So the original Guardians knew this would happen, that Leo would need to be sacrificed?
They always knew. Why do you think his father worked so hard to prepare him, to make him strong enough to face this moment?
This is abhorrent. We're not sacrificing anyone.
Then you doom us all. The rifts cannot be closed any other way. That's what 100 years of research has shown.
There has to be another solution, one that doesn't involve ritual murder.
Find it quickly then, because soon, the final rift will open, and no barrier we possess will stop what comes through.
Leo Maya Karis. My team has reached the outer boundary of Lunar Memorial Park. Heavy entity presence here.
Sophia, are you okay? We thought you might be.
We're still alive. Lost half my team getting here, but we're going in.
Into the Memorial Park? That's suicide, Sophia!
Not with what we're carrying. Experimental pulse weapons. They seem to actually hurt these things, but we don't have many energy cells left.
Sophia, I found research that suggests the temple below the park is the key. Can you try to reach the center?
That's our target, but it's heavily guarded. The creatures are clustering around the memorial statue.
They're protecting it? That's new behavior. Previous encounters showed no territorial defense patterns like that.
Well, they're definitely guarding something. We're going to attempt to push through from the west entrance. Create a distraction on the east side first, then move quickly.
Sophia, listen to me. I'm in a cave system that I think leads directly below the memorial. There's another way in.
What cave system?
I followed it from my emergency bunker. It's ancient, far older than any of our installations. And I've just reached
Téléchargez le jeu d'action épique en ligne War Thunder et sublimez votre journée avec des batailles palpitantes.
something remarkable.
Those symbols match the ones in the temple I found. Leo, I think you found part of the same structure.
This chamber is enormous, and directly beneath the original incursion site, I can feel something pulsing. There's energy here, flowing through the walls themselves.
Be extremely careful. Don't touch anything until we understand what we're dealing with.
That may be difficult. The symbols are reacting to my presence. They get brighter when I move closer.
Just like the temple I found. It responded to my presence too, but not as intensely.
Leo, can you determine if that chamber connects to the memorial above?
I'm working on it. There appears to be a passageway at the far end. I'm going to explore further.
Roger that. We'll coordinate our approaches. Try to converge on the center together. Commencing operation in 15 minutes. We'll report when we've breached the perimeter.
Good luck, Sophia. These creatures put up one hell of a fight.
Leo, I've got more to tell you. There's another hidden bunker connected to the research outpost.
What's inside?
Even more research equipment, left by the original Guardians, including more of your father's journals.
My father's journals? I thought all his research was stored at Foundation headquarters.
Apparently not. He kept the most important findings out here, away from Foundation oversight.
What do they say?
It's disturbing, Leo. The Moonstalker isn't what we thought. It's not a random invader at all.
Then what is it?
Your father described it as a planetary infection, part of a larger organism, one that's been attempting to merge our dimension with theirs for centuries.
A larger organism? Like what?
Could be the devil itself for all we know. But according to these notes, the moon contains a dormant entity, one that could awaken fully during the centennial cycle.
That can't be right. The moon is just a rock, a natural satellite.
That's what we've always thought. But these readings suggest otherwise. Every 27 years, there's a spike in unusual energy from the lunar surface. But during the centennial cycle, the pattern changes, goes exponential.
What else do the journals say? Is there anything about how to stop it?
That's the thing. I don't think it's something we need to stop. I'm still searching, though. There are references to a ritual, something about awakening the Guardian, and a willing sacrifice.
That word keeps appearing. Sacrifice. What the hell were our parents involved in?
Clearly a lot more than just being Guardians. But there's a page here with your name on it, Leo, written decades before you were even born.
Jesus.
It says Leo, the leg of the constellation, and below that, must return to complete the circle.
You're joking. This is... No! There's too much I don't understand. But I think they groomed me for something, that they were preparing me.
Leo, promise me you won't do anything rash. We'll figure this out together.
I'll try, but the symbols in this chamber, they're calling to me somehow. I can almost hear them whispering.
Lucas, I need your help. I need to access the restricted archives.
You know I can't help with that, Darius. Those archives are restricted for a reason.
Lucas, those things are coming. The Foundation's outer defenses have already fallen. How many more lives are worth your silence?
You don't understand the consequences. Some knowledge is too dangerous.
More dangerous than extinction? Because that's what we're facing. Without answers.
Fine, but I'm not directly helping you break in. I'll just happen to mention that my emergency override code, the one I created as a backdoor to the system. And I'll also happen to mention that the biometric scanner has a blind spot if you approach from the left side.
Thank you, Lucas.
Don't thank me. You'll regret learning what's in those files. They broke me. They'll break you too.
I'm in the archive. Found the files.
Which ones?
Folder labeled Lunar Awakening Protocol.
Dear God, I was hoping those had been destroyed.
They contain ritual descriptions, detailed procedures, and warnings about the price of permanent sealing.
There's a reason we kept those files hidden, Darius. The price is too high.
What price? These documents talk about a willing sacrifice, but they're vague about the details.
Because none of us could bring ourselves to write it down explicitly, to stop the cycle permanently, to close the rifts forever. The leg of the constellation must be sacrificed.
Leo.
Yes, this is why we chose his name, why we trained him from birth.
You're saying Leo was born for this? To die?
Not just to die, Darius. To willingly surrender himself, to become part of the moon, to fulfill the ancient pact that will save us all.
My God, Lucas, you engineered a person for ritual sacrifice? How could you do that?
We did what we had to do. One life to save humanity, to end the cycles forever.
Does Leo know?
No, none of you were supposed to know until it became necessary.
And now it's necessary?
Look around you. This isn't like the other cycles. This is the awakening, the final chance to seal the rifts permanently.
There has to be another way.
We searched for decades. Brilliant minds, endless resources. There is no other way.
I can't be part of this. I won't sacrifice my friend.
Then you sacrifice everyone.
Dr. Reynolds, Professor Walker, my predictive models have been updated with the latest data.
What are they showing?
The constellation pattern will complete within 24 hours, much faster than my previous estimate. And when it completes, it won't just be another rift. It will be a permanent breach.
A permanent breach? What does that mean exactly?
Unrestricted passage between dimensions, a full merging, our reality with theirs.
Zach, I found something. The Lunar Awakening Protocol. It confirms everything Iris said. And worse.
Tell me.
Leo was engineered for this, named for this. His entire existence was designed to culminate in a ritual sacrifice, the leg of the constellation.
That's monstrous.
It gets worse. According to these files, if Leo completes the ritual, he won't just die, he'll become part of the moon itself, merged with whatever entity dwells there.
And if he doesn't?
Then the merging happens anyway, but with no control, no barrier, no protection for humanity.
So either Leo sacrifices himself, or everyone dies.
That's the choice our parents left us. A monstrous, inhuman choice.
We have to warn Leo.
To tell him what? That he needs to kill himself to save humanity? That his entire existence was engineered for death?
To give him the choice, it has to be his decision, not ours and not our parents.
There's something else you should know. The rift energy is concentrating, specifically around Leo's position. It's like he's a magnet, drawing the energy toward him.
Is he in danger?
Not directly. It's more like the energy recognizes him.
We need to reach him before it's too late.
Vous venez de commencer à créer votre app sur base 44.
Attention all Foundation personnel. This is Councilman Blight Stake. The time for resistance is over. The time for ascension has come.
What the hell? Stake? What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. The Deniers have control of Central Command now. We're shutting down the defensive systems, all of them.
Councilman, this is madness. You'll kill everyone in the Foundation.
No, Professor Walker. We will save them by welcoming the new world, by embracing the change, rather than fighting the inevitable.
This is Director Boyd. Security teams are being deployed to Central Command. Stand down immediately, Councilman. This is your only warning.
The time for warnings is long gone, Director. The Deniers have already taken control of the primary systems. The outer barriers will fall in minutes, and humanity will evolve as it was always meant to.
He's mad, Director. Can you override the systems?
Attempting emergency override now, but they've locked us out of multiple critical systems. I'm implementing Protocol Graveyard. Lethal force has been authorized.
Your security forces cannot stop what's coming. The Deniers are spread throughout the Foundation, ready to welcome our new masters. The transformation begins tonight.
Central Command has been breached. Multiple casualties reported. Stake is down. Repeat, stake is down.
Good riddance.
But the damage is done. They've compromised too many systems. We're working to restore them, but the outer barriers are failing.
Warning, system compromise detected. Initiating emergency protocols. Accessing historical database. Guardian information protocol active.
Echo? What's happening?
Dr. Reynolds, in response to critical Foundation compromise, all classified historical data restrictions have been lifted. I am authorized to provide complete information regarding the Moonstalker incursions.
Echo, tell us everything.
As you wish. The entity known as the Moonstalker is not an individual creature. It is an extension of a vast extra-dimensional consciousness, a consciousness that first arrived on Earth approximately 27,000 years ago. It established itself beneath the planet's crust, creating a dimensional portal through which it could extend itself.
Echo, why wasn't this information made available to us before?
This information was classified under Lunar Protocol to prevent widespread panic and to protect the ritual from interference. The Moonstalker's goal is a complete dimensional merger of dimensions, the absorption of our reality into its own.
And how was it stopped before?
It was never stopped, Dr. Reynolds, merely delayed. Each cycle, the dimensional boundaries thin, allowing the Moonstalker to extend more of itself into our reality. The rituals performed during previous cycles temporarily strengthened those boundaries, but did not address the source.
And the source is?
The primary nexus beneath what is now Lunar Memorial Park, the site of the original incursion. But there is hope. Millennia ago, a civilization with advanced knowledge of dimensional physics recognized the threat, and so they biologically altered Earth's moon, converting it into a defensive entity, a conscious guardian capable of sealing the rifts permanently.
The moon is alive?
Not in the conventional sense, but it contains a dormant consciousness, yes, one that can be awakened during the centennial cycle, when the constellation is complete.
And Leo is the key to awakening it, the leg of the constellation.
Correct, Professor Walker. Leo Winters was specifically bred for this purpose. His genetic makeup resonates with both the moon consciousness and the Moonstalker entity, making him the only one capable of performing the awakening ritual.
But would he survive it?
Historical records indicate that the ritual requires the willing surrender of the conduit's physical form to become one with the moon consciousness.
So that's a no then?
Correct. Leo Winters would cease to exist as a human, but his sacrifice would save the world.
We need to tell him. He deserves to know the truth.
We have more immediate problems. They've reached the outer walls. All available defense systems are engaged, but I don't know how long we can hold them.
Maya, Sophia, Karis, I've reached the central chamber. This must be the ritual site.
Those markings match what I found in the research notes. That circular platform in the center. It's described as the conduit.
For what?
For awakening the moon.
I'm almost at the cave entrance, Leo. Fighting through the last wave of defenders. It's been a bloodbath.
Because they do. I just received a data burst from Echo. The complete history of the Moonstalker. The moon itself is our greatest ally. And you, Leo.
What about me?
You're the key to awakening it. You're what they've been calling the leg, the final piece of the constellation.
I'm not following.
Leo, our parents engineered this. They prepared you specifically for this moment. Your name.
They named you Leo after the constellation, because you're the missing leg needed to complete it.
Are you saying I was born for this? That my whole life has been leading to this moment?
Yes, but there's something else. Something they didn't tell us.
What is it?
The ritual requires a sacrifice, Leo. A willing surrender. You would need to give yourself to the moon, to become part of it, forever.
Jesus Christ. My whole life. It's all just a setup for my death.
Yes, but in doing so, you'd be protecting the Earth forever.
And if I don't do it?
Then we all die. The dimensional merger completes, and Earth becomes part of the Moonstalker's realm.
So either I sacrifice myself, or everyone dies. Hell of a choice.
Leo, please. I can't tell you what to do, but know that whatever you decide, we'll be with you.
I need to think.
The Guardian forces are putting up a hell of a fight, but there are just too many of them.
And they keep evolving, adapting to our weapons in real time. The defense turrets are becoming less effective by the minute.
We're buying time. That's all we can do. Hope Leo and the others find another way.
Another way? After everything Echo told us, there is no other way.
I refuse to accept that. I won't sacrifice my friend, even to save everyone else.
That might not be your choice to make. It's Leo's decision.
Integrity breach in Sector 7. Multiple deniers identified infiltrating the defensive positions.
Can you contain them?
Security teams are responding, but they're... No.
Director?
Massive explosion at the north wall. A denier just detonated themselves inside one of the wall structures. The entire section is collapsing.
My God! Look at that feed!
I see it. They're pouring in. Hundreds of them.
If they reach the central population centers...
All available forces are being redirected to the breach, but we're spread too thin. We need more time.
I've got an idea. There are emergency lockdown procedures for the inner districts. We can seal them off section by section.
That might work. Buy us enough time for Leo and the others to reach the temple.
Do it. I'll coordinate the evacuation of outer districts. But make no mistake, this is our last stand. If Leo doesn't complete the ritual, the foundation falls tonight.
Leo, I've reached the temple entrance, but we've got a problem. He's here, the Moonstalker itself, guarding the entrance.
I think I can reach you from below. There's a passage that seems to lead upward.
We'll try to create a diversion. Draw them away from the entrance. But hurry, my team can't hold out much longer.
I've made a decision.
Leo?
If what you're saying is true, if I really am the key, then I have to do this. I have to complete the ritual.
Leo, wait. We might still find another way.
There is no other way. I can feel it now. Standing here in this chamber, the connection to the moon, to the rifts. What scares me is I think I've always felt it, all my life. That connection to the stars, to the moon, like I was born with a purpose. I thought it was to follow in my father's footsteps, but maybe it was always leading to this. I need to know one thing though.
Anything.
Will my sacrifice actually work? Will it really save everyone?
According to everything we've learned, yes. Your willing surrender will awaken the moon and seal the rifts permanently.
Then I know what I have to do. When it comes to it, I'll offer myself up.
Warning, massive dimensional energy spike detected. Multiple rift expansions in progress. Coordinates spreading across the reach.
What the... No, the ground is splitting open even more. New rifts are forming everywhere. We were so close.
Sophia, are you all right?
We've been separated. Half my team just got cut off by a new rift. I can't reach them.
It's happening here too. The rifts are expanding dramatically. I've lost sight of the temple.
This is coordinated. They're deliberately separating us.
I need to reach the altar again. I was so close.
Leo, there's something else. These creatures, they're behaving differently now. They're not just killing anymore.
Yeah.
They're hurting survivors, driving them towards specific points in the forest.
Hurting them? For what purpose?
Unknown, but they're being deliberate about it. Almost methodical.
The constellation. They're positioning people at the points of the forest that match those of the constellation.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure yet, but it can't be good.
I found another way to the central chamber. Moving there now.
Yeah.
We'll report when I arrive.
Be careful, Leo. I'm heading back toward the memorial, fighting through denser swarms than
Okay.
before. They seem desperate to stop us.
Same here. It's like they know what we're trying to do, and they're determined to prevent it.
Everyone stay alert and maintain communication as long as possible. We may not get another chance to coordinate.
Yeah.
I've reached the central altar. I'm alone again. The chamber has changed since I was last here.
How so?
There's a crystalline device now visible in the center. It wasn't here before, or at least I couldn't see it.
Is it a weapon?
I don't think so. It seems more like a communication device. It's reacting to my presence.
Don't touch it. We don't know what it might do.
Too late. It called to me. I couldn't resist.
Leo, what's happening?
It's projecting something. A hologram. It's my father.
What?
A message from my father recorded before he died.
What's he saying?
He's explaining everything. Our family, how we were chosen centuries ago by what he calls lunar observers to serve as conduits. Our bloodline was specifically engineered over generations to eventually produce someone capable of sealing the rift permanently. Yes, he says that these last 27 years, he's been watching me, and that it has to be me. He's actually apologizing for what they did, for creating me for this purpose, for the sacrifice that only you can make.
Leo, I'm so sorry.
He says there's no other way, that the moon must be awakened, and only I can do it, that I have to go back to where I went missing 27 years ago, where I first encountered the Moonstalker, and complete what I started then.
What does that mean?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says I'll know when the time comes, that the moon will guide me.
Leo, we're gonna keep trying to reach you. Don't do anything until we're there.
I don't think I have a choice anymore, Maya. I can feel something pulling me, calling me, like it's been calling me my whole life.
Just wait, please, for me.
I'll try.
I've reached the Memorial Park Center. Fighting was intense. But I've made a discovery. The monoliths here. They're arranged in the constellation pattern.
Okay.
Just like the rifts.
Exactly, but there's something missing. The southwest leg of the constellation. There's a placeholder for it, but the actual monolith has been removed.
Deliberately hidden?
I think so. And I think I know where. The Stargazer's bunker.
Where our parents first organized the defense against the Moonstalker.
Exactly. They removed the leg to prevent the constellation from being completed, to buy time until the right conduit was ready.
Until Leo was ready?
Yes.
I'm heading to the surface, toward the center of the memorial. I found a passage leading up.
I'll meet you there. We'll figure this out together.
Hurry! I can feel time running out. The pull is getting stronger, and I'm changing somehow. I can feel the energy flowing through me.
Karis, what's your status?
Cut off by multiple rifts, but still moving toward the memorial. I found something in the historical records about the original purpose of the temple. It wasn't built to stop the Moonstalker. It was built to communicate with the moon.
Communicate?
Yes, to activate its defensive capabilities. The temple is a beacon, a way to wake the slumbering guardian.
The inner districts are overrun. We're losing ground fast.
We're holding Sector 12, but barely.
Civilian casualties are mounting. Emergency shelters are at 300% capacity, and some have already been breached.
We need to buy more time for Leo and the others to complete the ritual.
If they can even reach each other. The rifts have isolated them.
Wait, I have an idea. The prototype mech soldiers.
The ones from R&D? They're untested.
No better time to test them than now. I'm activating the full squadron.
Do it. We have nothing to lose at this point.
Initiating activation sequence. All 20 units deploying to breach points.
They're actually working. The creatures aren't adapted to their attack patterns.
Of course they work. I designed them. They're pushing the horde back.
This is buying us precious time, but don't get too optimistic. Those mechs have limited power reserves, and the creatures will adapt eventually.
I know, but every minute still counts.
Dr. Reynolds, Professor Walker, I'm detecting massive gravitational fluctuations from the moon. The moon is responding to what's happening. It's not just a rock, it's active.
ECHO mentioned this. The moon is an ancient sentinel, designed to contain dimensional breaches.
These readings confirm it. I'm detecting complex pattern structures in the energy waves, almost like a language or a code.
It's awakening, just as the protocol described.
Yes, but there's a problem. The energy is unstable, unfocused. It needs a conduit, something to direct it.
Or someone. Leo.
The energy waves are specifically resonating with his biometric signature. I can see it in the pattern. It's like the moon is calling to him.
And the ritual?
The sacrifice. It's how he becomes the conduit. How he focuses that energy to seal the rifts permanently.
There has to be another way.
Dr. Reynolds, I've analyzed all possibilities. The math is conclusive. The physics are unambiguous. Without a properly engineered conduit, the moon's energy cannot be focused, cannot be directed, and Leo Winters is the only viable conduit.
So we're back to sacrificing my friend, to save everyone else.
I'm not okay with it either, Zach. But look at what's happening. The foundation is falling. Humanity's last stronghold. And I don't think our mech soldiers can hold out much longer.
Foundation's outer districts have fallen. We've lost contact with sectors 3 through 7. Secondary barriers breached in multiple locations.
How many civilians got out?
This is Tessa Reynolds, coordinating evacuation from Emergency Command. We managed to move approximately 70% of outer district residents to inner sanctums. The rest?
Tessa.
I'm sorry, Zach. We did everything we could. The entities moved faster than our evacuation protocols could handle.
The mech soldiers bought us time, but they're failing now. The entities have adapted to their attack patterns, just as we feared.
What's the status of the inner barriers?
Holding for now, but we've got another problem. More deniers have emerged.
Okay.
They're sabotaging critical defense systems throughout the central districts.
They've disabled 3 primary power nodes already. We're running on emergency backups in most sectors.
I can implement emergency overrides, route control through the central AI core.
Zach, that's incredibly risky. The AI core could be corrupted by direct exposure to the systems.
Do we have a choice?
No, but be aware of the consequences.
Initiating override protocols, transferring defense system control to central AI. This will bypass the sabotaged nodes.
Security teams are engaging Denier forces, but they're everywhere, almost like they were planted years ago, waiting for this moment.
Override complete. Defense systems coming back online. But the AI core is showing signs of strain. Corruption at 12% and rising.
How long can it hold?
Hours at most, before critical systems fail completely.
Then our hopes rest entirely with Leo and the others now. If they can't complete the ritual soon...
Whatever you're doing in there, Leo, it's having an effect. Reports show huge clusters of rock falling off the moon.
I'm not doing anything yet, just standing here. But the crystalline device, it's pulsing brighter now.
I'm at the Stargazer's bunker. I found it. The missing leg monolith.
What does it look like?
It's smaller than the others, but covered in the same markings. And there's something embedded in it. Some kind of data crystal.
Can you access it?
Trying now. It's interfacing with my equipment. Downloading information.
What kind of information?
Instructions. For completing the ritual. Leo, according to this, you need to activate the crystalline device at the exact moment the constellation is complete. And I need to place this monolith in its position at the memorial.
The device is already active. It activated on its own when I entered.
That's not possible. Unless the ritual has already begun.
I think you're right. The chamber is fully illuminated now, and I can see energy beams shooting up through the ceiling towards the surface.
Confirmed. I can see energy beams emanating from all the constellation points.
Yeah.
They're all pointing towards the moon.
I'm heading to the memorial now, with the monolith. We need to complete the constellation.
I'll try to clear a path for you. The creatures seem agitated, like they know what's happening, and they're desperate to stop it.
Hurry, Maya. I don't know how much longer I can contain this energy. It's flowing through me, changing me.
Leo, my monitoring equipment is capturing something incredible. The moon's surface is changing. Massive ravines are opening up on its surface, and they're aligning with the beam points.
It's responding to the energy. The moon is literally waking up.
The beams are connecting with specific coordinates on the lunar surface, forming a matching constellation pattern up there, but it's incomplete without the leg.
I'm almost there, fighting my way through now.
Speaking of those bastards, they're converging on the memorial, all of them, like they're being called back. And the Moonstalker, for the first time, it's not smiling.
Introducing ClickUp Super Agents,
Wait, I
the
think it's
world's
still
first AI
smiling.
agents that natively collaborate with humans and always have correct context.
Wait, come back.
On the memorial, all of them, like they're being called back. And the Moonstalker, for the first time, it's not smiling.
Wait, how can I zoom in? Wait, status on that. Lol.
Leo, do you understand what you're supposed to do once the constellation is complete?
I think so. The temple will become a conduit between Earth and the moon, and I have to offer myself.
According to these readings, your biometric signature is already changing, becoming more aligned with the lunar energy.
I can feel it, Karis. It's like I'm becoming less human with each passing minute. More connected to something else.
The moon entity, it's preparing you.
For what?
For the sacrifice. At least that's what the data suggests.
God, I knew there would be a price, but to lose everything that makes me...
I can't imagine what you're going through, Leo, but I want you to know, we're here with you until the very end. Virtually, of course.
Do you think they felt guilty? Our parents, I mean, creating a child just for sacrifice?
I think they felt the weight of the impossible choice they made. Sacrifice one to save billions. I can't imagine that burden.
I've reached the memorial, fighting through the last of them, almost to the missing leg position.
The energy in the chamber is intensifying. I can barely stand. The crystalline device is pulsing in time with my heartbeat now.
I'm sending some of my men to provide covering fire for you, Maya.
The moon's opening up into some kind of face.
I've reached the position, placing them on.
Why does this look familiar?
Monolith now.
It's happening. The energy. It's overwhelming. I can see Everything. The connections, the pattern, the purpose.
The creatures are retreating. They're running away from the memorial.
The moon is opening its mouth.
Leo, you still there? The constellation is complete. What's happening down there?
I understand now. What I have to do, where I have to go, to the place where it all began, where I first disappeared 27 years ago.
Leo, wait. Let me get to you first.
There's no time, Maya. The window is now. The moon is waiting.
Something's happening with the defense systems. They're powering up beyond maximum capacity. Energy readings are off the charts.
It's the lunar energy. It's interfacing with our technology.
Look at the readings. The entities are retreating from the inner districts.
Okay.
Confirmed. They're abandoning the attack, moving back toward the rifts.
Leo must have activated something. The ritual has begun.
The AI core corruption is stabilizing. Whatever's happening is affecting the dimensional energy, reducing the interference.
I'm detecting massive energy buildups on the lunar surface, directed toward Earth, specifically toward the constellation points.
Is it a weapon?
No, more like a mouth. I think the moon is starting to breathe.
So it's working? The ritual is working.
It appears so, but according to the protocol, it's not complete yet. Leo hasn't made the final sacrifice.
The readings suggest he's in transition. His biometric signature is fluctuating between human and something else. The lunar energy is changing him, preparing him
for merging with the moon entity.
There has to be another way. Something we're missing.
Dr. Reynolds, I've analyzed every variable, every possibility. The math is clear. Without Leo's sacrifice, the dimensional boundaries cannot be permanently sealed.
Then we keep fighting. It's not over until it's over.
Everyone, you need to see this. The creatures, all of them, they're gathering around the constellation points. They're forming perfect circles, like they're part of the ritual.
They were never fighting against it. They're participating in it.
That doesn't make sense. Why would they help seal the rifts?
Because they're not what we thought. I understand now. I've decoded my father's message completely.
Leo, what do they want?
Extension, transformation. They're seeking to evolve beyond their current form, to become something more, and the moon is the catalyst.
So, what happens to them when the ritual completes?
Ascension, integration. They return to their original form as part of the greater consciousness.
And what happens to you, Leo?
I'm changing. My skin feels thin, like it's about to tear. But I can hold out, complete the ritual. Sophia, what's the Moonstalker doing?
It's at the central point, standing completely still, looking up at the moon, like it's praying.
I've synchronized with Elijah's data. We can calculate the exact moment when the alignment will be complete, when the ritual must be finalized.
How long?
Less than 4 minutes. If the ritual isn't completed by then, the rifts become permanently irreversible. The dimensional barriers collapse entirely.
Then I know what I have to do. It's time to end this, once and for all.
Leo, please wait. We still don't fully understand what this ritual will do to you.
I know exactly what it will do, Maya, and I've accepted it. It's why I was born, why I was created.
Leo, we're with you, whatever happens. You're not alone.
I know. I can feel you all. I know the burden our parents placed on us, but now I understand why. I'm ready to die.
Dr. Reynolds, Professor Walker, there's one last thing you need to know about the Foundation.
What about it?
It wasn't built here by accident. The location was chosen specifically for a reason.
What reason?
The Foundation itself was constructed according to specifications found in the Lunar Temple. It was designed to serve as a backup ritual site.
A backup? For what purpose?
In case the primary location failed, the Foundation itself can become a massive ritual circle, a final attempt to seal the rifts.
That's why the entities are so determined to breach its walls. They're not just hunting survivors. They're trying to corrupt the backup ritual site.
Exactly. The Foundation's layout mirrors the constellation pattern. Each district corresponds to a point in the pattern, with the central plaza serving as the focal point.
That's mental. You built an entire city as a ritual site?
We built humanity's last hope, a final contingency.
The energy readings from the Reach are spiking. The ritual is approaching completion.
The original site is working then. We might not need the backup after all.
And what about Leo?
His sacrifice is necessary. There is no other way.
Dr. Reynolds, I've synchronized with Dr. Walden. The alignment will be complete in just over 3 minutes. After that, the opportunity is lost, permanently.
Wait! Look at the entities! They're ascending?
The moon is pulling them upwards. It's begun.
The ritual is working.
Faster than expected, too. The moon consciousness must be more powerful than we calculated.
All entities are being drawn upward, to the moon.
Massive gravitational distortion detected. The moon is creating a focused gravitational field, specifically targeting the dimensional entities. It's literally sucking them off the face of the Earth.
What about Leo? Is he?
I can't detect his biometric signature anymore. It's dying.
Leo, are you there? The creatures are all being pulled upward, toward the moon.
I've never seen anything like this. They're not fighting it. They're accepting it. Even the Moonstalker, it's spreading its arms, like it's embracing what's happening.
The lunar surface is transforming, opening up like a massive mouth.
Leo, please respond.
Something's happening at the temple. The ground is shaking. The entire area is becoming unstable.
Massive energy readings from below. The chamber is...
Oh my god.
No.
The entire chamber just erupted out of the ground. It's gone. Completely gone.
Leo, are you there?
His signal is gone. I can't detect him anymore.
No. This can't be happening.
Maya, I think he's gone. I think he was in that chamber when it...
We don't know that. Maybe he got out. Leo, please respond.
There's something forming in the sky, above where the chamber was. A vortex of some kind, connecting directly to the moon.
It's a conduit. The final connection, the last piece of the ritual.
The creatures are all moving through it, being drawn up into the moon. All of them. The rifts are starting to close. I'm so sorry, Maya.
The ritual is nearly complete. The moon is consuming the last of the entities, and the rifts are sealing, one by one.
I won't believe he's gone. Not until I see proof. Not until I know for certain.
The entities are vanishing, all of them, being pulled through a vortex toward the moon.
The rifts are closing, one after another.
Dimensional stability is being restored. The boundaries between realities are strengthening.
The moon it's changing, reconfiguring itself.
What about Leo? Can anyone detect him?
I'm sorry, Dr. Reynolds. His biometric signature has completely disappeared where the temple chamber was. There's now just a massive energy crater.
The sacrifice is complete. He's fulfilled his purpose.
His purpose? He was our friend, a human being, not some sacrificial pawn.
I understand your anger, but look around you. The rifts are closing. The creatures are gone. Humanity is saved.
At the cost of Leo's life.
Reports coming in from all sectors. The entities are completely gone. Not a single one remains on Earth.
Communication systems are stabilizing. We're regaining contact with outlying areas. People are emerging from shelters.
Maya, Karis, Sophia, are you receiving? What's happening out there?
We're here, Zach. But Leo is gone.
Are you sure? Maybe he escaped somehow.
The entire temple chamber was obliterated. Nothing could have survived that. It was like a direct beam of pure energy, straight into space.
The ritual is complete. The rifts are sealed, all of them.
But Leo, my Leo.
I'm so sorry, Maya. We tried to find another way.
What's happening with the moon now?
It's changing. The surface is reconfiguring, almost like it's digesting.
I can see the vortex closing. The connection between Earth and moon is fading.
Dimensional readings are returning to normal. The boundaries are stabilized and strengthened, far beyond their previous integrity.
So it worked. The ritual worked.
Yes, the Moonstalker is gone. The rifts are closed. It's over. The sun's rising. First light after the longest night of our lives.
And look at the moon, still visible on the horizon, but completely transformed.
It's beautiful in a terrifying way.
According to our readings, that's not just aesthetic changes. The entire lunar surface has been reconfigured.
The truth about the moon, it was never just a natural satellite. It's been a dormant deity all this time, awaiting awakening.
My analysis shows the lunar mass has increased by 13.2%, presumably from consuming the invading dimension and its associated entities.
Including the Moonstalker and Leo.
Attention stargazers, system stabilization achieved. Temporal fragment assembly complete. Critical information recovered.
Echo, what information?
The ritual has been attempted multiple times. Across multiple timelines, my temporal sensors have detected outcomes from 21 alternate realities.
And?
The ritual succeeded in 7 timelines, failed in 14 others. Analysis indicates a single critical factor, determining success or failure.
What factor?
Whether Leo Winters accepted his role willingly or attempted to find an alternative solution.
So in our timeline,
Leo Winters embraced his destiny without resistance, allowing complete integration with the lunar consciousness.
And in the others?
Various outcomes, most commonly partial awakening of the moon entity, followed by incomplete consumption of the invading dimension, resulting in cyclical return of the incursions, perpetuating the 27-year cycle.
So he broke the cycle, forever.
Correct. The dimensional boundary has been permanently sealed. The moon entity is now fully awake and serving its intended function as Earth's protector.
I found something. In the monolith, a data crystal. It contains a message from Leo.
From Leo? When did he record it?
The timestamp says, just minutes before the ritual completed, when he was already in the chamber.
Play it, Maya.
Here it is.
Maya, everyone. If you're hearing this, then the ritual worked. I understand everything now. Why I was born. Why I survived my first encounter with the Moonstalker 27 years ago, it was preparing me, testing me for this moment. I'm not afraid. I can feel the moon and it feels safe, and I know what awaits. Not death, but transformation. My consciousness will become part of something greater, the guardian that protects Earth. I'll be watching over all of you, over all of humanity, as the cycle finally ends forever. The Moonstalker is defeated, our eternal enemy consumed, and I am finally whole. Maya, I'm sorry for leaving you this way, but know that I'll always be watching. Every night when you look up at the moon, I'll be there. This is the legacy of the Stargazers, the final duty of the Guardians. Goodbye, my friends.
That's all of it. His final words.
So he knew. He understood what would happen, and he chose it anyway.
A brave sacrifice, just as the ritual required.
So he's not really gone. Part of him lives on, in the moon itself.
Leo, you magnificent bastard. You saved us all.
People are emerging from the shelters. Everyone's looking at the moon as it sinks below the horizon.
The symbol pattern on its surface. It's visible to the naked eye now. Everyone can see it.
Those symbols match the ones from the temple. They signify the awakening. The moon is now fully active as Earth's protector.
My scans confirm it. The lunar surface has been completely transformed. Ancient mechanisms, dormant for millennia, are now fully operational.
So it worked. After all these generations of planning, of preparing, the Guardian is awake.
At the cost of Leo's life.
Not his life, Professor Walker. His humanity. There's a difference.
Are we sure the rifts are permanently sealed? That this won't happen again in 27 years?
All my calculations indicate this is permanent.
So, wait. I got a question. So, if the last time it was 2021, so after it should be like... Now should be like 2048.
The dimensional boundaries aren't just repaired, they're reinforced, stronger than they've ever been.
And the moon itself is now actively maintaining those boundaries, constantly scanning for weaknesses and reinforcing them as needed.
Then it's over. After generations of fighting, of hiding, humanity can finally begin to reclaim the world.
What do we tell people about what happened? About Leo?
The truth, or at least as much of it as they can understand, that a guardian sacrificed himself to save humanity, and now watches over us from above.
Ironically, it's not far from certain ancient myths. Heroes who became constellations, gods who dwelled on celestial bodies. Perhaps those stories came from similar events in the ancient past.
So what happens now?
We rebuild, we expand beyond the foundation, we reclaim Earth without the threat of dimensional incursions. Humanity can finally thrive again.
Good morning, Leo. It's been 3 years today since you saved us all. The whole world celebrates this day now. They call it Awakening Day, a day of hope for humanity and remembrance for those we lost, especially you.
Love you.
They built this monument to commemorate your sacrifice. It's in the center of the foundation, or New Hope City, as they call it now. You should see how much has changed. We've expanded beyond the walls, reclaimed so much of the reach. People aren't afraid anymore. Children play outside at night, looking up at the moon, at you. Zach and Darius have been working with the science teams, studying the changes in the moon. They say your consciousness is definitely still there, part of the greater entity now. I wonder if you can see these messages. I send them every year on this day, hoping that somehow, some part of you might still be able to read them. I still miss you, every day, but I'm also proud of you. So incredibly proud. Kara sends her love too. So does Sophia, and all the old stargazers. I don't know if you can hear me, but I like to think you can. That somewhere in that vast lunar consciousness, a piece of my Leo still exists, still remembers us, still cares. One last thing before I go. Your son, Marcus, is 12 now, almost the same age you were when you became a guardian. He wants to join the explorers, to help map the world beyond the reach, to discover what else is out there. He has your spirit, your courage, your determination. I see so much of you in him. I know you'd be proud. I wish you could tell him yourself, but I think somehow he knows. We all do. Goodbye for now, Leo. Until next year, I love you, always and forever.
Video i ma Discord server down